You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here.
Yes.
And the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is this?
Or leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
Joo, laittaa kiinni. Sinnepäin kuolivat. Salaiseen kammioonsa. Hautakammioon. Salainen hautakammio. Salaiseen hautakammioon ei saavat jää.
More overwhelming than my own stupidity. When I was gallivanting in hell, the murderer emerged from there to get Sarah. How could I let myself be tricked like this?
Minkäs helvettiin me ollaan nyt menossa? Oho. Vapaudenpatsas on vähän huonossa kondiksessa.
Vault around you, idiot. Someone says that they're fucking with you. Remember that already.
Slummi. Liberty Island, Manhattan.
Not how she lived. I would say below poverty line. If not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up. Somehow I have to find her. Not even have a bar here. Focus, James. Sarah needs electricity. And lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see.
Okay.
Maybe I'll stop complaining about my apartment. These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Even from here, you can smell the deadly stench of the slums. How can you live here?
Jos ei ole vaihtoehtoja.
Net. Damn it. Electric current powers up the antenna. It must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look.
Siisti.
Lady Liberty, down in the dirt. At least she stayed right here with her people. No one else did.
Mistä?
Most of it.
Kaapelit menee tänne. Ylös seinän sisällä. Ja siihen kaappiin.
It has to be here. I hope I'm not too late.
Coffee is light. Coffee is kummallinen lause sana. Ei aivan vaan jumalaton vaikea lause.
Sarah?
Last house on
Murderer
right.
wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose, and had been drunk already for a week.
Okej. Up in break. Pi. Aika siisti näköinen.
What is this place?
Go away. Quit. Nuken käsi. Ja siellä näkyy. Saada vittu simmu irti. Sara. Joku siellä rynnistää.
What the hell?
Oh god! Se oli hämäys.
You thought I'd be an easy target?
Police! Don't shoot! Put the gun down, now!
Right. Then we live happily ever after.
What do you really want?
For you to realize
you're making a huge mistake.
You mean me, right?
Drop your weapon and get out. I'm counting to 3. 1.
Let's settle this one-on-one!
Okei.
James, can you hear me?
What the fuck?
Okay. Cool it now. It's me, Sarah. We're good. Just relax.
What in the actual fuck's going on?
I thought some junkie broke into my house. Sorry.
I'm almost finished stitching you up.
Could you almost finish faster?
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions, too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Good cast. Hyvä kysymys. Lucky
Smoking too.
Stokes.
Someone's fallen into bad company here.
Lucky Stocks.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
So, are you going to tell me where you got it?
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Kara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise...
It's all right. You can trust me.
I rented my body on the black market.
You, the body department liaison.
Oh, look who's holier than fuck.
Fucking emotions management issues.
Hemescaro tips for Cooper as not maintained the 5. Don't argue and distract him. He hapses alcohol. The problem of emotion management. Se on tää keittiö. Se on kukkasia.
Those mushrooms are funny.
Those mushrooms are funny. Ja niistä on hauskaa. Kukkuu. Kukka kiekuu. Se on kukko. Department of Mortality. My dashboard, my agency, national database.
Locator. Some perfectly innocent stalking.
Aikamoinen tukikohta sillä täällä. Lukossa. Se on eri ilme sillä kukolla.
Living museums. In response to the continuing needs of the populace, the government has taken steps to save our planet's natural heritage. Selected rural nature parks will become living museums. They will become a refuge for all endangered species of fauna and flora.
Suuru. Kuinkas onnistui?
What an eyesore.
Did you say anything?
No, nothing. Lovely sculptures.
No, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Bioresurrection. Scientists have painstakingly developed a formula of plant nutrients which can resurrect any plant, even with the smallest amount of sunlight. Soon, living museums will bloom again.
Se on taas se kukko. Practical guided sculpture. Traditional methods. Frozen memories. Research by independent scientist and social activist P. Chalmers proves that memory disorders increase in proportion of each year spent in memory bank. CTC director George Boyle declined to comment. Unofficial sources say authorities have indicated proceeding against Chalmers. Hearing censorship, Chalmers is publishing his research in your newspaper. Identity at risk. Crush our profit. And D. Sinburn argued that the Ichorite transplantation does not guarantee continuity of identity. The Ichorite rebuilds functional organization specific to functioning of each individual new body, recreating it only to the extent that new biological environment allows it. This is why synchronization is so difficult for some people.
Green Bank. Acid rains ravaging our planet will not cause the extinction of the flora. The new project involves collecting bulbs and seeds and temporarily creating holographic facsimiles of all plants. The real, most exquisite specimens of flora will still be on display in the roof sections of the living museums.
Niin mä tulin täältä jostain. Hetkinen. Täh? Mä tulin jostain... Missä se ovi on? Täältähän mä tulin, tässä se tippuu ja tuo tippuu sen päälle.
What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Ichorite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable.
Partisan. Monthly 10 secrets of recycled art. Elegance and simplicity for your new house.
One night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. And back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. And instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but looked valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
Who's Taylor?
The greatest treasure in this dump. We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging. For normal people, it's a portrait of misery, desperation. But for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt.
We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Must have taken a while.
Almost 5 years, but it was our livelihood. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Sister?
No. We were in love. I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. First subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back.
That's bad. What am I missing?
After a month, her subscription expired. And we were broke, and there was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank. And the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out. No matter what it takes. You get it now?
Okay. What the hell?
Fuck. Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
Bedroom. Ambrosia. Jane Salma synchronization, the key to happiness. We have already discovered the key to eternal life. Now it's time for key to eternal happiness. It's the book of you are holding. Jane Salma, expert in physiology and psychiatry, whose famous statement synchronization is all that really matters, reveals the secret of deepening synchronization process and achieving eternal happiness.
Blood tests. From the beginning of the month.
Body confiscation of Taylor Adams. Incorrect. Will be the memory bank immediately. Mistä täältä löytyy? Silesia.
I remember it. This is older than me.
Chicken of Justice. The last of his kind, he fights for better world. When darkness falls, he dons a mask and dispenses justice. He grows each dawn with pure heart, knowing he has protected the streets of his city. Add on solve puzzles and summon chickens of justice. Are you worthy becoming his assistant? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Onko täällä joku salajuttu tässä kentässä?
James, aren't you afraid your memories will eventually fade away?
Lucky me. Mine don't fade. They haunt me. More literally than I'd like.
You must have some good ones. At least one.
We're at the movies, and Rachel tries to convince me it's a crime flick she's already seen. They were all the same to her. And of course, she's teasing me, and I'm trying to watch the fucking movie. Right now, I'd give anything to be sitting there next to her. I'd focus all my attention on her.
Maybe then you wouldn't remember it. Maybe it's the imperfect moments that create the most precious memories.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
Mä yritin painaa 3, mä painoin 2.
For determination. Must not have been easy for you.
Fortunate combo. I had insomnia and hated wasting my time. I guess that's how I managed to pass all the exams.
Okay, one room is well secured.
This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
And shoot the shelf above the burglar?
I'd have time to reload and finish the piece of shit.
Have you read Chicken of Justice?
There is no way you know this.
The last of his kind. He could give up, but he fights for a better world for the rest of us. A true hero.
Oh, I don't believe it. My brother Dario was crazy about him.
Did Dario also write riddles? There was one on the back of the book.
Yes! The Chicken of Justice could only be summoned by solving one.
What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
Mä otan vielä lääkkeitäni.
Did our department come for Taylor?
Yes.
So why...
Did I join you? Maybe I wanted to take control? Of some sort. I decided I was never gonna be powerless like that again. I'm just a liaison, but I already know when and where they move.
Do you know who it was? Which one of us came for Taylor?
It was hard to resist the temptation to check it out.
Wanna get some revenge?
He was so ordinary. A regular agent. To really get justice, I'd have to get revenge on this whole sick fucking system.
Then how about we get revenge on this whole sick fucking system?
Like that's possible.
We created this system, or at least let it become a reality.
Speak for yourself. I'm a newborn, remember?
Huh?
And you? Why'd you become a cop?
What?
Always had a thing for crime mysteries.
What? Mä yritän päästä pois ja se
Who doesn't?
vetää takaisin.
Is that all?
Well, I guess I had some ideals.
Tää on vähän huonosti
Injustice.
suunniteltu tämä.
And shit like that.
But you don't anymore?
As much as ever. I'm just not looking for it in the department.
Copy that.
Saanko mä nyt? Missä se oli se? Voisiko täällä olla joku juttu? Voisiko täällä olla joku easter egg tai jotain? Jemmat, en tiedä. En tiedä. Max, Daria and Peter. My last villa. Max, Peter, Daria. You deserve answers, lot of them, but first you deserve apology. I lied to you, I haven't gone anywhere. I tried everything to get Taylor out. I didn't want you involved because it was too dangerous. The fact that you are reading this is proof. I'm sorry I left you. Sorry I didn't say anything. And sorry I didn't make it. I only asked one thing and I thought about it carefully. If I can't live without Taylor, I want to dream with her. I believe we'll dream together in the bank. Don't pull me out. I sorted out everything for you. Its items are below. Market with your names. Everything else can be thrown away or sold and divided equally. Oh, cool. Aika siisti.
Were you close with Seth?
Sure. He was my partner. Why'd you ask?
I remember you mentioned that you even talked with him about synchro problems.
We'd been sitting in a car for several dozen years. Had to talk about something.
The first time he ended up reconstructing a Nicorite?
Mm-hmm.
You blaming yourself?
He knew the risks. We weren't doing social work, but he was my friend. I hope he gets back on his feet after all this. Bottoms up. To honesty. I think we're gonna need it.
Okay.
Great. What's our poison?
The slum's chief export, apart from bodies. Moonshine.
Nice. The worse the neighborhood, the better the hooch. What are you renting the body for?
A surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah, please tell me it's not Jane Salma. I found her file.
Ugh, calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
And the locator?
You're always snooping. But yeah, I had a transmitter sewn into my original body just in case they wouldn't give it back to me.
And was she there the night of Green's murder or not?
She was on schedule. The time of the visit left no doubt.
Okay. I'll trust you. At least I'll try.
Much appreciated.
All right. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one? The current model.
Salma said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
Okay, let's say you're right.
It's definitely recycled. Why would they lie about that?
need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
They're your nightmares, not hers. You're projecting your fears, but they don't exist. And you have to deal with them.
James, I have to save her. Fuck! You understand?
You know my deal. No one stays on the right path forever. But maybe it's worth fighting to stay on it while you can. Otherwise, you're left with nothing. Trust me. I know.
Guess I didn't expect words like that out of you.
Maybe you should stop before it's too late.
Yeah? Just let her rot in the bank? After what she gave for me?
After what Taylor did for you, maybe she wouldn't want you to throw away your life. You can start over while you're young. Trust me. At least by the time you turn 100, there's still a chance.
Fuck off.
The truth hurts, huh? Take it or leave it. Dress your finger.
I can handle it.
Okei. Mielenkiintoinen. Se lähti ajelulle.
In the middle of the room was a bunch of files with names.
Can't you respect anyone else's privacy?
Nope.
I said none of the siblings knew. If something went wrong, I prepared myself for it.
But what's one have to do with the other?
I sorted things out for them and left a will that made it clear I believed Taylor and I would be in heaven at the bank.
So you're just lying to them?
Didn't you hear what I said? I do it for them.
Yeah, I heard. What if Taylor left you the same kind of will?
It's not the same.
Why not let them choose?
I don't know, honestly. How much easier would it be if we just died?
I wouldn't say it's easier. It's different. Trust me.
Why do I always do this? Sorry. Sometimes I think that might be better. We get our time here and we can use it, and then, even if there was no after, maybe here and now matter more.
I hope this isn't a tough question. Sarah, how are Max, Dario, and Peter now?
I wasn't talking.
I saw the name on the cabinets. Did they...
Don't worry, they're all alive and doing pretty well. They rented a legal apartment, floor 40. They have better air than here. Bodies wear out slower.
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute, not so fast. One more question, a basic one.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell me why you stormed in here like a lunatic?
I told you. I thought you were in danger.
Based on what? Did something happen when we lost contact?
Mm-hmm. Can you fire up the board here?
No.
We'll do it the old way then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history. Better buckle up.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Now? You're going to get skeptical now?
Yes.
Just want to sort it out.
Okay. Where do we start? I still don't get that part of the story. When I think that they really used the...
least the motherfucker's dead.
Everyone like him deserved it.
Green orphanages were secluded
James, I
body
managed to get
farms
what was in
for
Green's
him
safe.
and other
There
sick
were
fucks.
recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload.
Monitoring recordings of Green's massacre. Afterwards, you can see that he took lift up by himself, hung himself from tree, but he acted like someone was there with him.
Why didn't we have access to these recordings?
They were in the red room.
I'll try to get to them.
Uroboroi, modus operandi of murder, symbols and dates. One carved half century ago, other freshly painted, both coinciding with dates of Greens and Gold's final dates.
Both died on dates shown on the symbols.
The problem is that Green's date of death was carved long ago.
Transfer machine. Green had illegal consciousness transfer machine kept in secret room under foyer.
His own transfer machine. I can't even get my shit together after 3.
This explains his problems. They were his own doing.
Icarus Lounge, famous Boyle and fucking park, plotted in the same lounge with Roy from Stadiums and Miller from Security Company.
Fucking Demmer.
Oh, haven't heard that before. Good to know you still have feelings for them.
Red Room's bigwigs. Combative Senator, Listeros, Governor, Media Magnate, influential group. They plotted to distract little people and diffuse unrest.
I'm getting used to the big names of the corpses at our feet. What are they doing there? Far from the obvious.
Together they worked on how to calm the riots, how to use the Fourth Estate. Who knows if they would have failed.
Dickheads.
EV people, group of journalists and celebrities from Red Room, all delivering the same message through the screens.
Lots of familiar faces, but compared to Green, they're small fry.
It's their mouth that spits out lies that millions eat up.
Green's plans. Lot of failed attempts to save current system.
I learned this was the plan for the next 100 years. Numerous attempts to save what we have and this system.
And our system isn't perfect? At least for them.
It turns out not to be the case. Apparently, every prediction ended in disaster.
Salma's recorder. Recording synchronous conversation between Salma and Green. Political predictions didn't bode well.
How did you describe it? That you're losing control of yourself? It's a kind of consciousness erosion. We'll increase the dose of ambrosia and the amount of synchro tests. Should help.
I need something better.
We don't have anything else yet. I'm working on it.
It's one big joke.
Salma sounds familiar, don't you think?
Shit, I thought she was gonna get herself a synthesizer.
Do we have identification of killer to control of Green? What was point of plot that linked Green's case and Icarus shooting? Transfer machine.
How do you deal with that kind of desynchro?
And how do you deal with it?
I don't know if I'm the best example.
Ex Machina. There was no extra body or Ichorite in Machine at time of shootout, but Green frequently swapped minds. Did he have any problems with it?
If synchro tests have a positive effect, then maybe there is something that does the opposite.
Aha. Mä luulen, että se ei kelvannut. Frequent transfer exacerbated Green's massive desynchronization. Do we have evidence that someone could have used his weakened psyche and influence him?
They didn't die because of money.
Yeah, they had plenty of it. There had to be another reason.
More than taxes. The four of them were scheming some new taxes and trying to cover their asses. Their debt is significant, but taxes don't explain it. There has to be more of it. To it. What though? Famous Boyle and fucking Park plotted in same loans with Roy from Stadiums and Miller from... Okay. Olisiko muuta vaihtoehtoa? Irrelevant. Se ei ole vain yksi vaihtoehto. What the same loans with okay. Green's case to Icarus suutin. Someone could use his weakened psyche and influence him.
There may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece.
The level of Green's desynchronization along with the records saw him he wasn't fully control of himself. Okay. Fuck it up as this approaches. The lives of little people mean less than taxes to top of top.
Only the innocent could take such revenge.
The world would be a better place.
Okay, let's assume that this was his motive. What's next?
Aha. If all his plans to save current system have failed, what was his next move? Nope. Incomplete interviews. Green had a Kovalov take out players who were symbols of old order. In Green's final moment, there had been more to it than you used these few guys. to distract little people and diffuse unrest.
You're telling me these are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else. Okay, whether it was Green's will or someone else was pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least 3 possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in. Following this lead, Green didn't have to be the only one like that.
Puppet Master, if someone could influence Green, it's possible they could control someone else too.
Since the most influential players are more or less dead, their seats are up for grabs.
Situation created political vacuum, perfect for someone who wants to seize the power.
The whole thing may simply have been about tearing the city apart.
Green was key player in intrigue, which was about burning Rome.
Like I said, I have at least 3 hypotheses.
Yes, ma'am.
To what end?
I feel like following this lead might take a long time.
I'm just looking at all the angles.
There's no evidence of any orphanage victim skull has gotten the tree and carved symbol in it.
Wasn't it more profitable to keep him alive?
Täytyykin uudelleen, ei. Planned for long time. To what end?
It would take years for his competitor to grow in political power.
True. You can't just grab someone off the street for a position like that.
How sure are you of that?
Barry, about 30%?
This star rides fast and fade faster, too fast for long game, like this one. Green was key player in intrigue which was about burning Rome. Mennään sillä.
If synchro tests have a positive effect, then maybe there is something that does the opposite.
Okay. Conclude analysis.
How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all of this.
Nothing but truths. Complete all boards. Aha. Aika paljon ei oo jäljellä vissiin. Peliä
Really
sitten.
don't remember anything about the train accident?
Only scraps of memories, fragments. I can't put it back together. And those fucking synchro tests.
What I wouldn't give to be able to go through them. You need time.
Thanks. I'd rather focus on the task at hand.